the word Hindutva or Hinduism, I mean, both of these originated in the 19th century. It was in the 1830s that the word Hinduism was first used more by the British. And all these isms, if you notice, these are used as a way to club together unilateral philosophies, which are always considered lesser than the mainstream, to show some kind of derogatoriness, which is one reason why you don't have Islamism, you don't have Christianism. You call that Islam and Christianity, but you have Judaism, you have Hinduism, you have Buddhism. Everything which does not belong to the mainstream of the Abrahamic faith were always termed as something inferior, and the ism word came up in 1830, and about 60 years later is when you had the first use of the word Hindutva itself in 1892 by Chandranath Basu in his book on Hindutva, which translating Hinduism into Indian languages, where the twa, the suffix that comes, is a state of being. If you are a woman, it is Naritva. If you're a man, it is Purushatva. Similarly, if you're a Hindu, it is Hindutva. It was always an ethno-geographical term, which the Persians used initially, and then the Arabs called it Al-Hind. You find the earliest, references of this in Darius the Great's, inscriptions in the 6th century BCE and so on, where the people who lived to the other side of the Indus River or the Sindhu River were all called as Hindus. So to that extent, this whole term has ethno-geographical, cultural connotations and far less religious, because religiously speaking, it is a Sanatan Dharma, the eternal flow of life, which is what has thrived in this part of the world, which believes in inclusion, which believes in assimilating every strain of thought. But this false equivalences, Rahul, has always been the case, right from the time of the freedom movement to where, when someone like Swami Shraddhanand of the Arya Samaj was murdered by Abdul Rashid, a fanatic, someone none less than the stature of Mahatma Gandhi had to call him, my dear brother Abdul Rashid, and I don't consider this as an assassination. And we Hindus need to introspect. We need to get into our psyche to see what actually caused him to pick up the gun and assassinate Swamiji. Similarly, when the Mopla carnage happened in the 1921, then too, they were called as brave patriots who were fighting for the cause of the religion, and the onus was put on the Hindus to introspect. And someone none less than Dr. Ambedkar himself, called this out in his writings, saying, why don't you call out Islamic jihad for what it is? It's too heavy a price to pay for Hindu-Muslim unity that the Congress is striving for, was Dr. Ambedkar's words.